Now at this point we're going to go ahead and connect on our schematic. We're going to connect our phototransistor through this path here. The collector will go to the pin 4 and 13 junction of the relays. The emitter is going to be tied to pin 1 of the second relay. Pin 16 will go to the ground bus. So we're going to make this path, series path, right through here. So pin 4 of this relay, second relay, is going to go to our collector. So where the tab is, that's the emitter, the base is left hanging open, and there's the collector right there. Now we're going to connect the emitter here to pin 1 of our second relay. So now at this particular point we have the emitter of the phototransistor tied to pin 1 of this relay, and now we have the ground bus connected up to pin 16 of our second relay. So now at this point what we want to do is take a series circuit consisting of the red LED and a 560 ohm resistor, and we're going to connect that up to the emitter and pin 1 junction. So bottom line, this series connection is directly in parallel with the coil of the second relay. Make sure that you connect the flat side of the LED, which is our more negative point. That will end up going closest to our resistor, which will be tied to the ground bus. So I'm just going to choose an arbitrary selection here. I'm going to go ahead and connect one leg of the resistor directly to the ground bus. And I'm connecting the other leg to the cathode of the diode. Now I'm going to connect the anode of the diode to pin 1 of the second relay. And that basically completes the assembly of our circuit. Now, even though this looks extremely complex, if you put the pin numbers of the relay right on the schematic diagram and make point-to-point connections, and take a look at your diagram and ask yourself, what's connected to the ground, what's connected to the 12-volt bus, and you make the appropriate connection, point to 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 point. Then you look at a simple series circuit and you see that Pin 9 and 13, in this particular case, is connected to 4 and 6. So the junction of 4 and 13 are connected together. And then 6 and one leg of the motor is connected. The anode of the green LED is connected to this junction. So if you just follow the simple series parallel connections, then you shouldn't have any problems. So what you want to do is you want to compare and look at the schematic diagram as well as looking at the video, and everything should work out just great. But that completes the assembly of this system.